Looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
When they captured Pa, Von Bergov's people came to Rutard Palace.
Did they do anything to you?
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ransacked the place. Then Von Bergov just took me to Malashov. It's likely Vavak took our home for himself. He's always threatened to do that.
Well, you can try. When we free your father, Rutard Palace will be yours again.
I hope so. But that's still far from certain.
How do we even get inside Rutard Palace?
Like I said, through the underground.
Well, I suppose by now I ought to know you don't have back doors here. Just secret passages, eh?
You are in mining country, you know. There's more going on here below ground than above.
How will I find the entrance this time? From the position of some crossing?
No, I'll guide you this time. It's just below the walls. You only need to know where to turn.
Are you ready to go?
One more thing. Do you remember how I asked you to bring me my book from Malashov?
Well, you know, I was ashamed to tell you, but I didn't find it.
I understand. You'd had other things to worry about there. It was waiting for me there in the end. So my involuntary stay at Malashov was at least good for something.
Shall we go?
There's no point in dallying.
All right, let's go.
Well, here we are. I'm not keen on going into that darkness.
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl. But God knows what we'll find inside. Especially at the far end.
Well, we'll just have to find out. You said you'd lead the way.
Stick close to me. Let's go. Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
Now be careful not to fall into the water. Those servants might think there's a water sprite crawling out of their cellar.
Most of them have known me since I was a little girl, and they're not easily frightened. Do you have any idea how many times they had to wash, dress and groom me to make me presentable to my father? I mean, when I was little, of course. Oof, startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Sukdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
When we were defending the Barkov, we got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my God!
I was lucky to survive it. I still remember him calling for help. He was scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Bergov. Since then, he's not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry. I was a silly goose to bring it up. Damn. I didn't count on it being so deep.
Everything all right?
No. Don't you see how deep it is ahead of us?
I hope you don't expect me to carry you.
I most certainly do. Unless you want to prove to me that you really are an uncouth village oaf after all.
Well, what's to be done? I'll carry you over.
Maybe there is something knightly about you, after all. What's the hurry? This is not how one carries a lady, you barbarian.
Maybe not in Kuttenberg, but it's how we did it in Skalitz.
But it's not very comfortable.
Just grin and bear it, my lady. We're almost there.
Oof, I don't think you'd be welcome at a royal court. But I am dry, so I thank you.
Oh, Sakura! I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
Look at all this mess. I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avax people. More like city rabble and beggars.
They're acting like they own the place. If Pa were to see this, we must get rid of them.
So you want me to get rid of them? But what will you do? I'm responsible for keeping you safe.
Don't you worry. You don't have to hold my hand in my own home. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window of my chamber. That's where I keep my crossbow. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above. Just in case.
If you say so. But if anything happens, hide. Got it?
All right. Now turn around so you can't see up my skirt.
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
Look, there's someone there.
You're trespassing. This place belongs to the House of Roothard.
You're wrong, friend. The Rootards are finished in this town. We own the place now.
What are you gonna do about it, fucker?
Now you're gonna get it!
Hey! Ah!
Fucker! Rosa! Could you...
Get the fucker
Rosa!
out, damn it!
Glow!
Show your stuff! Kill him! You're mine!
Do it! What do you want?
Are you alright?
I am. For now. Are you all right, Henry? I think I hit one too.
You're a good shot. Capon and Kabianka wouldn't believe their eyes.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break through the door.
Oh, damn it. I'll be there in a moment.
Be careful.
Load your crossbow, and if they get inside before I get there, shoot them.
I barricaded the door. I'm sure I can hold out for a while.
What a mess.
Think you can fight? Show what you're made of. So, what's that sound? You're a dead man!
Rosa? It's me.
Henry, are you all right?
I'm in one piece.
Are they gone? All of them?
Aye. It's over.
All right. I'll let you in. You can come in now.
So, here we are. Welcome home.
It doesn't feel much like home anymore. They were behaving like animals in here.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
The mess is the last thing on my mind. There was my mother's silver, my brother's hunting trophies, and my books. It's all gone.
Right. We've got a lot of work to do. But we'll get there. You'll see. We have to. There's a lot at stake.
That's true. You know, Henry, I want to ask you something. And I want an honest answer, all right? If everything were to go wrong at the Italian court and, God forbid, you had to choose, would you still try to rescue my father, even if it meant putting stealing the silver in jeopardy?
The lives of allies are obviously the most valuable asset to us. Without their support, the silver would be useless anyway.
Not to mention, it wouldn't last you very long anyway.
Don't worry. We'll either leave the Italian court with the lords, or...
Or not at all.
If our plan succeeds and your father is freed, do you know what will come next?
I try not to think about it.
Why? That's why you're helping us, isn't it?
If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
I won't let you go away. Even if I have to fight with your father, Zizka, and the devil.
Is that so?
I'll even tell Sigismund. Run back to Hungary. This girl is staying here.
That all sounds very nice, but there's nothing left here anyway. We've lost everything. Oh well, there's no use in crying over spilled milk. Zizka's herd will be here tomorrow. I'd like to get some sleep before then. Would you please leave me alone?
All right. I'll keep watch downstairs.
What about Vabak? You were supposed to go and see him today.
I was, but that was before we knew what to expect here. I can't leave you alone now, so it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Thank you. And you get some sleep too, so you're rested up for it.
They left no stone unturned. Oh, Christ. Oh, is it morning already? Zizka and the others will most likely be here by now. I should go and have a look. I see you're already here. How was the journey? Did you run into any trouble?
No, it actually went quite well. Brabant wouldn't shut up, though. Credit where credit's due. He really helped in Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. We'd have dropped like flies if not for his men. But sometimes, I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too. Just so as not to have to listen to him for a while. I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here, it was like a pigsty.
Some local beggars set up a lair in here. We have to get rid of them somehow.
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret coming too?
I'm lucky she was here with me. That shot fella in the courtyard, her handiwork.
Really? Nice shot. Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind.
Quite the contrary, I think.
How did it go with Vavak anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself. I'll have to go and see him now.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his Mintmaster's key.
You silly doggy.
soul around. Very odd.
What the? Henry, how the hell did you get in here?
I have my ways.
All right then. Keep your secrets.
Where is Vavak?
He ran off God knows where with the money from his secret enterprise.
And what are you doing here?
That's none of your business. But maybe you could explain something to me. How much did they pay you to tell them about the mint?
Vavak was stealing from the town.
And I could happily continue if you weren't such an honest idiot. Instead of which, I was almost caught and hanged. Fanush, Milosh, come here. Defend yourself. Or don't. At least it'll be easier.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
I've been waiting for you. I'll show you. Show what you're made of.
Well, that really is disgusting. Fuck you, Vavak, wherever you are. I was at the Mint Master's place.
Hold on. Everybody should be hearing this.
What will you do now?
We'll give it some thought and see. Hopefully we'll know better when you come back from Liechtenstein. Well, how did it go? Do you have the key?
Aye, I've got it. But it stinks a bit.
Quel puanteur! Put it away unless you want to see my breakfast.
And what about the Mint Master? Will he help us out?
Vavak has disappeared. I found the key in his house, but I also met Christian of Pisek there. He tried to kill me.
Good thing he didn't succeed. How did that end up?
He's dead.
At least he won't rat on us.
The main thing was to get the key. and we did. What's worse is that we don't have anyone inside the court. Well, can't be helped. Let's get to the point. We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Lorette's, especially the way through to the court.
I should say so. If I'm going to send my men, I have to know exactly where the way through is to be made.
That'll be your job, Henry. And Brabant's going with you.
Excuse-moi? Why should I?
Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand.
And I do, but not firsthand. Only from mind maps and drawings. Nobody will let men of my standing enter those moldy shafts.
What exactly are we supposed to do in that cellar?
Get as far as you can, and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging.
I see. Why do I feel like that sounds a bit too easy?
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you've better have a weapon handy.
Come now. Surely you do not mean...
Rutard's daughter will tell you more. She came up with this part of the plan.
Where are the others, anyway? Kubienka, Ada, and Janos.
They heard there was work to be done, so... they left à l'anglaise.
But you do the work of 3, eh? At least with your mouth.
They're getting some wagons so we can move the silver. If Pisak wasn't lying, there's quite a hole there.
If Brabant doesn't want to go into the tunnels, I'll go with someone else.
With Ruthard's daughter, eh? One night wasn't enough for you.
I meant with somebody like Sam. He knows his way around the town underground too.
Oui. That is a good idea.
Why not? Maybe the cold down there will cool his hot head.
What will you lot do in the meantime?
We'll be doing the planning. We've got to bring those captured Italians to the Devil's Den somehow. They'll just sit tight till we give them back their legate, and then we'll let them all go.
The main thing is keeping Godwin away from the booze. Or we'll have no way of talking to the gents from Rome.
I'm gonna go explore the underground passages that lead to the Italian court. Can you tell me more about them?
What exactly would you like to know?
Where exactly are the tunnels?
They run under most of Italian Street. Some are remnants of the original mine gallery, but other parts are much more recent. So far, only the section from Rutard Palace to the crypt under the church is accessible.
Well, the church is quite a long way from the court. If the tunnel has collapsed anywhere, we're out of luck.
Right. But the tunnels were checked properly before they started building the church. If some part collapsed, we'd be the first to know.
Tell me more about this mine gallery.
It's been abandoned for years, but we could use it. According to the drawings, it's very close to the court cellars. Christian of Pisak confirmed it.
That's a very strange coincidence.
My father said King Wenceslas had long suspected he had enemies among his own ranks. Maybe he had an escape route built. He just didn't finish it in time.
What was the tunnel to the crypt used for?
It's a safe route for anyone who wants to disappear undetected. Just like the one we took to get here.
Has anyone ever used it?
No one that I know of. The servants used it to dispose of waste.
Waste? What kind?
It leads from the kitchen, so I'm sure you can imagine. Bones, scraps, slops.
Oh, wonderful. What exactly am I supposed to be looking for down there? What are we searching for?
We need to find and mark the point where the crypt wall joins with the tunnel. When we break through the wall, only a thin partition will be between us and the cellars of the Italian court.
But how will I know I've found the right place?
You can tell if there's a cavity behind the wall by the sound it makes. The gallery is also damp, so the spot might be a different color.
So, I'll be knocking on the walls in the dark and looking to see if any is a different shade?
Well, yes. Pretty much.
Thanks for the advice. Anything else I should know?
You'd better hold your nose and look before your feet when you enter.
All right then. I'll try. It appears we're supposed to go and mark the path for carrying out the silver.
I thought you were going with Brabant. He boasted that he knows those passageways.
I told him I'd rather go with you.
You made the right choice. Brabant would have talked your head off.
Well, are we ready to go and take a look underground?
Absolutely. Where is the entrance anyway?
In the kitchen.
That's a promising start. Let us go. Pah, that smell. How long have they been throwing shit down here? It is nearly up to my knees. Perish. And it's bloody slippery. Ugh. The nerve of Jiska and Dry Devil. I give them coin, and they send me to wade through shit.
Maybe about must be seeing things. Are you riding ahead? Sod off with that weapon. You were beginning.
What are you doing here?
Sitting around, twiddling our thumbs.
Is it not obvious? They are stealing from your Christian brothers.
Can't you be honest and steal from the living?
Why? Folks line up to buy these miraculous relics.
But that's sacrilege.
And what about selling indulgences? That's outright simony.
Who'd you sell the relics to?
We stay clear of selling. What if someone recognized their grandfather's thumb? That could be awkward.
Lennox, the gravedigger from Sedlets, sells them for us. It seems more trustworthy coming from him.
Who is this Lennox?
You don't know that numbskull?
He's the gravedigger in Sedlets. He's not the sharpest, but he helps us make a decent living.
What's decent about it?
We never harmed a living soul. Can you say the same?
What are you looking for on those corpses? Valuables?
They don't have any.
These poor wretches was already robbed by our grandfather's grandfathers. We're happy with trifles.
What do you mean?
Well, fingers, teeth. If we get lucky, some smaller bones too. Lennox pays well for those.
How did you get here?
We hid behind the altar. Then we broke in here at night when the church was closed.
We were gonna wait a while before we got to work. Then we heard a loud noise.
Someone was a bit too keen and closed the lid of the crypt.
So we're kinda trapped here.
That serves you right. That's what you get for disturbing the dead.
Wait, how did you two get in here?
That's what I'd like to know too.
Fuck off.
Suit yourself. We'll beat it out of you then. Do it!
Stop praying.
Aye, that sounds different. We have it.
Have you ever been to Kuttenberg? Before all this, I mean.
A long time ago. With Martin.
Is that so?
Aye. He was here on business and brought me along as help, but I didn't see much. Martin met with a customer in the morning, and we drove back home in the evening.
Perhaps we passed on the street and did not even know it.
Good morning, Henry.
Good morning to you too.
Have a good day.
Greetings, Henry. Slept well?
Sam and I walked through the cellar as far as we could, and marked the spot where we should dig.
Well done. Brabant has found some men in the meantime. He may refuse to go down tunnels, but he does have his uses. Considering how much coin he promised them all, I reckon they'll do everything they can to make sure we get out alive. Oh, and while we're on the subject, take this. You've done a lot of good work. You deserve it.
What now then?
I should say so. Hey, listen up, all of you. You're done for today, but get plenty of sleep. We'll chase you from your beds early in the morning.
Oh, is that really necessary?
It is. We'll be riding to Lorette's.
Cardinal Pozzo goes to bed with the chickens and gets up before the crack of dawn. After the morning prayer, he eats breakfast together with his retinue, and no one is allowed to disturb them. Most regular folks are asleep at that time, so everything should be nice and quiet when you pay him a visit.
If we don't persuade him to get us into the Italian court, we're fucked. So don't do anything stupid, right?
Should we be prepared for a fight?
That shouldn't be necessary. Godwin insisted he'll sort things out peacefully with the Cardinal. I reckon we'll have to twist his arm a bit. And while Godwin's persuading His Eminence to put on a show with us at the Italian court, the Devil, Janosch, Kubienka, and Ada will take his retinue away to the Devil's Den.
Hagen and Urso will be waiting for us there to keep them under guard.
So what exactly am I supposed to do?
Like I said, stand beside Godwin looking mean. With a bit of luck, that'll be enough.
Exactly. No killing.
Is everyone going there?
Everyone except Capon, Brabant, Catherine, and Rosa.
What? Am I just supposed to sit on my ass with the women?
At least you'll get your beauty sleep. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
It's true we shouldn't leave this place unwatched.
Too fucking right. And don't you worry, Lord Capon. If anyone tries to get inside, Catherine will protect you.
Keep your jokes to yourself, Tosspot.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a bit, eh?
All right. Let's get to work.
Report to me tomorrow morning, is that clear?
Nice work! Nice work indeed. You saved the peasants but sent your own men to the slaughter. You like to keep your hands clean, but war is a nasty business. So who are you going to sacrifice for your conscience next? Your little Jew brother? Cape on? Yourself? You play the game, but you don't understand the rules. And in the end, you'll lose. You learned nothing. You understood nothing. And yet I tried so hard. And yet we share the same fate. Lord! My family was slain too, by the Turks. I felt just like you do. And Eric went through the same thing. That's why I took him in. We're one big family of orphans. Well, of course, you do have a father, although he's not gone so far as to give you his name.
Healing well.
Those few days following your treatment.
Can we go to Lorette's now?
I reckon it's too late now, eh? We have to leave before the crack of dawn tomorrow, while it's still dark, understand?
Should I take that as a thank you?
È buono il pollo, eminenza. Così così, eh? Il cibo da queste parti fa un po' cagare. Ma che diavolo? Come cazzo vi permettete? Eh?
Sit the fuck down.
Nos non... Oh, fuck. Nos non quer vos nos vos non vulnerabo. Nobis est petitio. No. Proposal. Ragazio. Ita. Ragazio.
Can you cut it short?
Fuck! Don't interrupt! Latin is tough when you're sober.
Fucking hell!
Andiamo! Forza! After them! They must get away!
Più veloce!
Oh,
Stai attento! Oh, per un pelo!
Whoa, go! Go!
Forza, più veloce! Stai attento! Ci uccideranno!
Whoa!
Oh, per un pelo!
Hey up, lad. Keeping all right, are you?
Well, do your best, don't you? That's all you can do, really, isn't it?
Guess in these times, no?
Yeah.
Not sure about this, though, eh? Who's keeping these roads? No one looks after them, you know.
My words exactly. I mean, no one gives a damn until some noble rides along. And then he's surprised.
Per amor di Dio, mi lascia in pace. Io sono un uomo di chiesa, capite? Non ho fatto nulla.
Non tempesco.
Misericordiosa Vergine Maria! Cosa fine Vergine Maria?
Curvato un gambe!
Aiuto!
Right, let's see him.
Nie chciał zamknąć gęby, to dostał. Nic mu nie jest lekko otumaniony. No przecież lekko dostał z bańki, no leciutko.
You've killed him.
No przecież nic mu nie zrobiłem.
You fucking killed him, you great Polish ox! You are going straight to hell for that.
Kurwa do diabła, tylko nie to.
That's right, hell! And all those horned demons there will be taking turns with you. You just wait. They're gonna be fighting over your Polish arse.
Przecież nie chciałem, no! Boże, czemu dałeś mi tak tępy łeb?
Strip them before their clothes get even more soaked in blood. You can undress His Eminence here.
Me?
Why? Because you're the legate now.
Well, that didn't really work out. What are we going to do now?
You heard, didn't you? We'll get rid of the bodies, get Godwin dressed up, and hope his Legate Act fools the Church Council. It's too late to back out now.
Well, maybe it'll be better this way. I wasn't sure the legate wouldn't betray us anyway. I trust Godwin a lot more.
Sure, I trust him too, but not so much his language skills.
Let's get out of here.
Agreed. Our business here is concluded.
Are you going back to Ruthar Palace?
Aye. We have to wash the clothes, get Godwin into them, and hope we don't all end up on the gallows. We still have some time, so if there's something you need to do elsewhere, feel free. I have the feeling there won't be time for anything else once we get started.
You know what? I need to take care of something first. We'll meet at Ruthar Palace.